Hello students and welcome to our AutoCAD online training program at SciCAD Center. And my name is Setu Nandania and I am a Autodesk certified instructor, right? And let me begin our today's class with the AutoCAD software. So here I am going to share you my AutoCAD screen. So please give me one confirmation that this screen is visible to you all.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir, visible.
okay. Now, the last question that we are discussing, you are talking about this bar, right? This thing. I'm not able to find the center of rectangle as directly get in
It
YouTube
is not
lecture.
visible to me, sir.
Hello.
Probably right.
Yes,
PUBG.
you will get that idea today. Okay, I will discuss you how to get that points. You will get your idea today, right? So don't worry about that points. So see, first of all, some student have question that if by mistake this command line is going to turn off, so how to get that back? So you just need to type control 9. Type control 9 and you will get this command line. This thing is known as command line. Okay. And you will get this thing back. And now I'm going to show you the assignment object for our previous class. So here I am sharing you that screen. Okay, so this assignment screen is visible to you all.
No, sir.
One question that can we assign constraint on this sketch? Yes, we can, but it is not necessary in the AutoCAD. It is necessary in the higher software. This assignment page is not visible, right? Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, we will discuss this problem number 6, right? So here we have to create one circle with radius 1 and one circle with radius 2, and the gap between the center is 6 mm, right? So let me consider all dimensions are in mm. So here we are on AutoCAD. First of all, C, enter, and this is my first circle with one radius. Zoom in because this is a very tiny object. If we are using a millimeter, then create one line over here from center. See, sometimes you will not get this center, so we will discuss that how to get these are the points, right, in our today's class. So don't worry about that. For that you need to turn on this object snap button and the shortcut for that is F3, right? We will discuss all the options in this off snap, but right now make sure that it is on. Then and then you will get this type of points, that center point of the rectangle or polygon, right? So clicking here, then turning on ortho mode, and in this direction we want 6, enter. So we have one line with the 6 mm. Now here we need to create one more circle with 2 mm radius. So see, screen is not visible. Students, please confirm. Other students.
Visible, sir.
Okay,
Visible, sir.
Visible.
okay, okay, good. So here we are creating one more circle. Please mute yourself, please. Students, please. Okay. So again, C, enter. and here we need to provide 2 radius. Okay, now see, here we need to create one line which is tangent with the both circle, right? So yes, that's I am discussing now, that how to create that tangent line. So it is a little tough task for us, so just focus over here. I am creating one line, so L, enter. Make sure your object snap is on, then and then you will get a tangent relation over there. So I am just starting my line, for example, from here, a nearest point, then going over here up to this tangent mark. See, this tangent mark you will get. Click here, then go back again and find the tangent mark over here. And this way you have to create two lines, then delete this previous one. So this line is almost tangent at the both end, right? Again I am showing you L, enter. I am starting my line from this point and placing a point over here with the tangent relation. See, tangent, click here, then again come back on this circle and find this tangent point and click here, then delete this previous line, because we create two line, one here to here and another one from this point to this point, right? So erase this previous line. Now we don't need this, so erase it also. Again, okay, I am showing you again. First of all, make sure your tangent relation is on. So go to the O snap, right? And over here, make sure your tangent symbol is on, right? Then and then you will get the tangent relation. Now see, I am creating one simple line, L, enter, starting from this point, or you can use a closest point to this circle, but I am choosing this point. Okay, and then go on this circle, make sure you get the tangent point, click there, and again come back and make sure you have a tangent point, click here, then erase this previous line, this one, erase. So this we have a tangent line, but don't over zoom in, right? If you want have a graphics card, then you will feel that this line is not going to tangent with the circle, right? So you don't need to zoom in, over zoom in over there, just zoom in that much, that is required. Okay, again L, enter, starting from here, tangent with this point and again come back and tangent at this point. Okay, now the last thing we have, that is we have zero point 0.2 radius we need to reduce. See, in the assignment we have 0.2 we need to reduce. So the radius of this inner circle will be 0.8 and radius of this inner circle will be 1.8. So let me create one more circle. C, enter, from here 0.8, enter, and one more circle at this center and it's a 1.8. Now tr, enter, trim command that we want discuss, right? We will discuss this command today. So this we have object. Sir, if we want to put diameter on circle, then in consider diameter or a radius. See, if you want to provide diameter, we have a separate option in circle command. See, type C, enter, place your center point, right? And initially he will ask you the radius. Read this sentence over here, specify radius of the circle. But if you want to provide diameter, then we have option for that, that diameter. Click on that. Now he will ask you specify diameter. So now whatever value I will type over here will be my diameter. Okay, now the fourth object. So fourth object is again a typical one. So what we need to plan first, that how we will create this, right? So just let me explain this one, then I will answer your question. Just let me finish this object first. Okay. So in this object we need to plan first that from where we will start. So we will begin with these small circles, right? So we'll create this three small circle first, then we will do the rest of the thing. So let me begin this. So we have a 40 diameter circle, then this one is 32 diameter, and the bottom one is 30.4 diameter. Okay, let me create one by one. So on the AutoCAD screen, C enter at here, and it's a diameter, so type D enter and 40 right? So this is my 40 diameter circle. Now we need to find out the center point of this circle, this one. So see, the horizontal dimension is 145.6 and vertical dimension is 91.2. So let me create one line for that. So I am creating one line, L enter, starting from this center point 145.6, enter. Then we should go on the top side, how much? 91.2. So in this direction 91.2, enter. So this point is our position of the second circle. So the diameter for that 32, circle, C enter at this point, diameter 32, enter, right? So we find this point now. Now just erase this line, we don't need this. Okay, we just want the position of this circle. Similarly we will do for this next circle. So here we have horizontal position triple 1.2 and a vertical position 50.4, right? So line first from the center point triple 1.2, then vertically 50.4. So 50.4, enter. Okay, so this is my another position of the circle, and the diameter is 30.4. So C enter. Here diameter 30.4. So now we have all these three circles. Now what we will do, we will create this outer circle, this one. So over here we have radius 40, over here we have radius 30, and here we have radius 30, right? So 40, 30, 30. So let me create that. So C enter at this point, 40 radius. Again C enter at this point, 30 radius. Again C enter at this point, 30 radius, right? So these are the three new circles. Now we need to create one more arc over here. Actually we just need arc with radius 300, but it is tangent with this curve and tangent with this one. So that option we have in the circle, that is tangent radius. So we will use that. See, type C enter, use this tangent radius option. I want tangent with this circle, I want tangent with this circle, and radius should be 300, enter. So here we have this bigger circle like this, which is tangent with both the circle, and just trim this portion. So we just want this much area over here, right? Same way we have to do on the other side. So here we have 114.1 and here we have 200. So circle tangent radius with this one and radius 114.1, enter, and again circle, C, enter, TTR tangent radius with this one and 200 radius, right? And to trim it we have trim tool, TR for the trim, and enter it twice, enter, then just select that you want to trim and it will be trimmed out, right? Then we don't need this one and this one also. So in this way we can trim. We will discuss this trim tool in our today's class. So this is our assignment 4 object.
Sir, how to erase it, sir?
How to erase? For the erase you can use delete key, right? If you want to erase any object, select it and press delete, or we have short key E, enter, E for erase, E, enter, select and delete.
We have to erase off portion means how, sir?
Sorry, I don't get you.
We have to erase some portion, no, sir. Now you are arranging a full circle.
Aha. For the sum portion we are using trim command, right? We will discuss this trim command. I will show you that trim command in detail, right, in our
Okay, sir.
today's class. Now the next we have assignment fifth one. So this is a very simple object. We have a rectangle with 7 mm length, 5 mm width, and a 0.5 mm fillet radius. So all the things we have in a rectangle command, REC, enter. First go to the fillet and provide a fillet value 0.5 over here. Then click first point, go to the dimension, length should be 7, enter, and height should be 5, enter. So this rectangle we have, right? Oops, sorry, again rectangle, fillet 0.5, and the dimensions 7 and 5, and click here. So here we have rectangle. Now what we need to do, we just need to find the center point of these circles, right? So we will use the same method as we discussed. So 5 mm on the both side. So we will create one line first. If you want to get the center point of your rectangle, just create a line from midpoint to midpoint and one line from this point to this point, right? Now what we need to do, we need to find the center point of these 4 circles. So let me find our first one. So it is 2.5 mm in this direction and 1.5 mm vertical. So create line from this point, vertically 1.5, horizontally 2.5, right? So at this point we have that circle. So C, enter. Here the diameter is 1, so D for diameter and 1. Now we don't need this line, so erase it, select this, erase it. Similarly you can do in all the 4 directions, right? But let me do other commands that we will discuss today. We have mirror also, so you can mirror it like this, right? We have copy also, so you can do the copy also. So I will show you this command, but without this command it is also possible to create this thing, right? It is not impossible thing. And similarly you have to create that slot over here. Yes, I will explain you. When you want to erase a particular portion of your object, then you should use trim command, and I will explain you that in our today's class. Okay, so let we begin now our today's class. We have modification tools today. So just select this all object and erase it. And here I am creating one line. So I am beginning our today's class, and I am creating one line with 100 mm and one rectangle REC. Enter from this point at the rate, and I am creating a rectangle with the relative method. So 30 comma 25 will be my next point. So this we have rectangle 30 comma 25 right? Now the first one is move command in the modifications. But before we continue with the modifiers, let me discuss about the object snap tool. So for the object snap turn on and turn off, we have F3 shortcut, right? And just click on this drop down and go to the object snap setting. So here we have so many types of points, and we use this point to grab the particular point in our drawings. Say I'm going to clear this all and choosing just only end point, right? So end point will be displayed with the box. So what will happen now, we have turn on this O snap, but it will not visible directly over here. When you choose your command, for example line L enter, then go to your object and you will grab this endpoint. See, endpoint. If you turn off this thing, we are not able to get exit this point like this, right? We might have some gap over there, so it is not possible to grab exactly endpoint of this line without object snap. So turn on your object snap. Now type your command and go to your object, you will get this snapping. See, endpoint over here, endpoint. Other point also we have, go to the setting, turn on your midpoint, so it will be represented as triangle, then center point for circle, and also geometry center. See, if you don't going to turn on this geometry center, you will not able to find the center point of your rectangle. See, right now we haven't enabled this thing. So just type your command and see, we have midpoint, endpoint, but we do not have a center point of this rectangle, right? If you create one circle, then we are able to get the center point of that circle. See, it is center represented, but we are not able to find the center point of this rectangle. So that point is known as geometry center. So turn on this geometry center from your object snap, hit OK, and now create your start your command line and see, you will get this geometry center. Geometry center is also available in polygon command also. Yes, because your the assignment we have provided, we have a tiny objects over there, so you need to zoom in. You don't need to scale it, or you don't need to do anything else. Just create your commands with create your objects with exactly that dimension. Okay, and do not provide that dimensions over there, just create that drawing. So next we have go to the setting, and we have all the points. See, node point, cordon point, intersection point. So we need to turn on this point. If you want a perpendicular, then perpendicular, make sure your tangent is on. Then and then you are able to create that tangent, you are able to find that tangent point, right? So these are the points we have in the F3 is the shortcut for object snap. And now let me discuss our modifiers. So first we have move command. If you want to move your object from one place to another place, then type M for move, enter, then select your object, enter, then we need to specify a base point. So I am specifying here. Then with the direct method, so provide the direction and value. For example, 50. 50, enter. So see, this rectangle is translated in this direction 50 mm. Again, M, enter, move, select object, enter, specify base point, and also you can specify the target point that I want to place on this line, right? So in this way you can place. The next modifier we have is copy. CO, enter, select your object, enter, base point, direction and value, 50, enter, right? So we have one copy over here. But if you want a multiple copy of that object, then we have some other options also. So CO, enter, CO for the copy, enter, select your object, enter, then go to the mode. In the mode we have two options, that is single and multiple. If you choose multiple over here, then specify your base point and then direction and value, 50, enter. So see, we have copy at 50 and this command is still active. So next I am typing 100, enter. So we have a new copy at 100. In this direction I want a copy at 45, enter, at 100, enter. So just provide your direction and value, or you can click also, I want to place on this point, on this point, right? So in this way you can place. So it is clear now, copy command. Now in the copy, if you want a multiple copy at specific distance, so we have a array command. Yes, I am going to repeat that. Let me create one more rectangle at 25, 30. Okay. Now see, CO, enter, select your object, enter, base point, direction and value, right? So the procedure is almost same with the move command. See, in the move, M, enter, select your object, enter, base point, direction and value. So your object will be moved, or you can specify new point also, I want to place on this point, right? So this is move command. Similarly we have copy, CO, enter, select, enter, base point, direction and value. If you want multiple copies, then choose multiple. So you can provide you will get a multiple copy of your single object. Just type your values over here at 150, at 1 on 200, right? So whatever value I will provide, I will get that much copies over here. But for example, I want to create 5 copies at a time, right? So we have a facility for that also. So copy, CO, enter, select your object, enter, and provide the base point. Up to this point it is almost similar, right? But then we have one more option. See this array. So if you go to the array, then it will ask you that enter number of items. So I am providing 5 over here. 5, enter. Now we need to specify a gap between our two objects. So all the other copy will be placed in that way, right? Let's say 30 mm, enter. So now see, we have a rectangle at 30 mm gap, right? But you have to calculate from your base point to the base point, right? This is 25 mm length and this is 5 mm gap. So the total displacement is 30 mm, like this. If you are counting from this point, then count up to the same point over here. So this gap is 30. If you are counting from center, then measure it from center to center, right? Hello, is there any question? Okay, so after copy, next we have a rotation command. If you want to rotate your object, then see the procedure is same in the all the modifier tools, right? In the move, copy, next we have rotate. So RO, enter, then select your object, enter, and base point. Now over here your selection of your base point is very important. Why? Because whatever point you are specifying is a base point, our object will rotate around that point. So for example, I am choosing this point, and due to this ortho we have a 90-degree rotation only. So turn off this ortho mode. So see, our object is rotating around that base point, right? Escape. Again, arrow, rotate, select your object, enter, and I'm providing my base point over here at this point, right? So see, my object is rotating around that point. So the selection of the base point is very important in rotate command, right? So let me discuss the option of the rotate. So rotate, select, and base point, and then we have to provide just value. For example, 45, enter. So our object will rotate 45-degree, right? Then we have copy option also. So arrow, enter, rotate, select your object, enter, and base point, right? Then we have one option over here, see copy. If you click on that, then your original object will be there, and whatever value you are providing, let's say again 45, so this will be your new object, right? See, we have a copy. So this copy option also we have. For example, I want to compare two angle, or I want to merge two angles. So for that we have like this. For example, I want to rotate this rectangle in such a way that this bottom line should be parallel with this line, and I don't know the angle of this line. So see, this is a very unique option we have. So just focus over here, arrow, enter, select your object, enter, and base point. Up to this point it is clear. Then next we have, please mute yourself. Okay. Then next we have to click on the reference, because we don't know the angle of this line. So click on reference, and first select 2 point of your object which you want to compare. So I want to compare this line, so I'm selecting this point and this point. Then choose the point option and choose the 2 point of your final angle. So I want to compare with this one. So see, now this line and this line are the parallel line, and my object is rotated at that point. Clear? Again I am repeating you. For example, this is a line, and I want this rectangle at this angle, and I don't know this angle. So arrow, enter, select, enter, base point, then provide the reference, then specify these 2 point which you want to compare, then choose this points option and choose the new angle, these 2 points. Now these both are parallel, our object is rotated that much without any value. So now it
Sir,
is
can you repeat
understood?
once again?
Yes.
Sir, can you say once again, sir?
Okay, sure.
Thank you, sir.
Let me create one, just a minute. Now understand the question first. I want to rotate this rectangle, right?
Mm.
But I don't know this angle, and I don't know this angle also. And what is my requirement?
Mm.
I want to do parallel this rectangle, this bottom line with this line, right? That is my requirement. I want this both parallel. That means whatever angle this line have, that must be this line also, right? So for that we have a reference option for the rotation. Arrow, enter, select your object which you want to rotate, enter, then base point, then choose the reference option. Now which line you want to compare? I want to compare this line. So first select 2 point of that line, so that angle will be taken, right? Then choose points option, and now with which line you want to compare? I want to compare with this line. I want this angle. So choose these 2 points, and this line will get this angle. This object is rotated. Again I am repeating you one more time, but quickly. Okay. Arrow, enter, select, enter, base point, reference, select 2 point of your object, then choose points option and choose 2 point of the new object, and this will be parallel with the new one. It is clear now?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. So for example, again I want to do this rectangle horizontal, but I don't know this angle. So what we will do? We will use the same method. Rotate, select this, base point, reference, this is my reference, and choose the points option, but we know we want to put it on this direction, right? So you can provide the value over here, that 0 also, but let me select the points, and this is my new direction. Now it is horizontal. The next modifier we have is scaling. So if you want to scale your object, then the shortcut for the scale is SC. SC, enter, select, enter, base point and value. For example, 2 times 2, enter. So your object will scaled up 2 times. This is not zoom in, right? This is scaled up. So my 25 dimension become 50 and my 30 becomes 60. So we are scaling a object. For the scaling, we have a copy option and reference option also, like the rotation we have. So SC, enter, scale, select, enter, base point, and then click on the copy first. Copy. And then provide your value. For example, 0.5. So it will be half again, right? So if you want to decrease the length, provide the half, and if you want to increase, provide that bigger value. Again repeating, SC, enter, select, enter, base point, then click on the copy, C, enter, and the value 0.5, right? So this is the copy, this one is there, and this is the new copy. And also we have reference option. If you want to compare your line with the another line, now see again the same we have. For example, I want to scale this object in that scale factor with that scale factor, that this bottom line will become equal with this line. So I want to scale it up in such a way, in such with such value, that this bottom line should be equal with this line. Okay, So we have reference option also. SC, enter, select, enter, base point, then click on the reference, then choose 2 points of your object, then choose points and choose 2 point of the new object. So now this line is equal with this line and this rectangle is scaled up with that scale factor. So like rotate, we have same scale factor in the scale option, reference option in the scale. Let me create one more line over here. For example, I want this vertical line or this horizontal line up to this much, right? This is my new dimension. So SC, enter, select, enter, choose your base point, choose the reference option. Now select 2 point of your objects that you want to compare. I want to compare this line, so I'm selecting this 2 point. Then choose the points option and select 2 point of the other object. So now this line and this line are equal length. So these are our common modifiers: move, copy, rotate and scale. Then next we have is offset, right? And offset is a very unique command, because in the other modifiers what we do, we apply command, then our first task is selecting object, we just select object and we enter command like this, enter. So our first task is select object. If you type copy, co, enter, we have select object, our first task, right? But in the offset, type O is the short key for offset, and he will ask you value first. See, specify offset distance. So this is a completely opposite command than the other four. Other four command ask you select object first, but this one asks you that specify offset distance, right? Your value first. So let's say I want a offset of 5 mm. So 5, enter. Now what this offset create? Offset will create a new object at 5 mm distance from the actual object. Like this. See, I'm selecting this line. So we have a new object. Either we can put it on top or on bottom. But the gap between this object, new object, is 5 mm as we provided, right? So I'm clicking on the top side, so it will be placed. Select and click, right? Select and click. If you have a close entity, select it, so you will get a offset outside or inside, right? And you can do as many time as you want. So this is our offset tool. For example, we have circle and choose offset or enter, value should be 10, enter. Then select this and here we have offset like this, right? And in the offset we have some options, that is offset through. If you go with the through option, then you don't need to provide value, you can use reference method. So choose this through, and for example I want to offset this rectangle, but you can drag it as much you want. So I want to reach up to this point, so select, click over here. So this is our graphical input, right? There is no specific value, this is our graphical input. By mouse click you can provide your new position if you go with the through option. If you provide your specific value, then it is fine, it will offset up to that point. Also we have erase. So if you turn on this erase, then what will happen? See, we go to the erase and we turn on this erase. Click on yes. Let's say offset distance for 10 mm and selecting this and offset. So our actual object will be removed, right? If you turn on erase in your erase option, then when you offset it, your actual object will be removed from the position like this, right? So our original object will be erased. So if you are getting this type of solution, then yes, I will repeat it for you. Don't worry. Okay. So again, O enter, go to the erase. Here we have setting for the erase, right? Let's say no. Uh, uh, Please mute yourself. Someone have activated your mic.
ஒரு blending இருந்துச்சுன்னா ரியாலிட்டியில
Hello.
ஆயிரத்தி blending இருக்கும். It's simply a normal point of
Hello.
it's simply a standard view. அவ்வளவுதான். Cinema standard view, but philosophy trends and philosophy is
Is there any question?
philosophy
Hello.
are every man's view. ஒரு மேனேஜ் எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா இப்படிதான் பிஹேவ் பண்ணுவோம், இப்படிதான் யோசிப்போம், philosophy-யும் சொல்லுவோம், சைக்காலஜியும் சொல்லுவோம். Those two will say like true. Yes.
Maybe he is on call. Okay. So let me repeat this offset. So type O, enter. If you want to do setting for the erase command, go to the erase option. And if you choose yes over here, then your object will be erased after offset. Let's say 5 mm offset distance, and I'm offsetting this rectangle. So click on this, and outside click here. So our main body will be removed, right? If you want both the body, then go to the offset, go to the erase, and make sure you have no over here in the erase. Now provide the value and see, we have regular offset, we have new body and older one also. And if you want need to provide the offset value, then you can use through option. O enter, and here we have through. Select your circle, and then you can take it up to the next point wherever you want. So here we don't need to provide value. This is our graphical input, right? I want to place this circle over here, so like this you can offset it. It is clear now? So next we have some other modification tools, right? So I am again first of all we will discuss okay, let me erase this, and I'm creating some new object. Okay, and here we have one line. Now if you want to create a mirror of your object, of your geometry, then for that we have a short key for mirror is mi. Type mi, enter, then select your object that you want to mirror, then hit again enter, then choose 2 point of your mirror line. See here, this line is not necessary, you need to provide 2 points only. So this is my first point and this is my second point. So here we have mirror, but one more question over here, that erase source object, that means this main body you want to erase. So if you type yes over here, then this will be removed. Let's say no. So here we have both the geometry, right? So this is our erase mirror tool. Then next we have trim and extend command. So let we discuss that. It's a very important tool for the modeling purpose. So now focus, all the students please focus on the screen, that how we actually erase object or um, trim that object. You will get that idea now. So for example, we have some objects over here. So here we have some intersecting object, right? And now I want to trim this particular portion. So for that we have shortcut TR, enter, right? So this is our trim, and he is asking us that select object. So I am selecting this object and I am selecting this object. So I have selected only two objects from this drawing. Then again hit enter. Now again we need to select object which is going to cross this line. So this is our trim tool, and see I am selecting this line, so it will going to trim up to this point, right? See, again I am selecting this line, so it is going to trim up to this point. Again I am repeating you, TR, enter, then select your trim tool first, which line will be your trimming line, cutting line. So for example, this is my trimming line. Then hit enter again. Now whatever object is crossing that line, we can trim that. I want to trim this line, see it will be trimmed. I want to trim this line, it will be trimmed with this reference, right? So this is our trim tool. But uh, for the beginning you can use TR and twice enter. Enter first, then don't select anything over here and enter it again. Hit enter again, right? So now all the objects will be your reference, all the objects will be your cutting object. So now whenever you select any object, it will trim up to the next object. See, I am selecting this one, so it will trim up to the next reference. I am selecting this one, it will trim up to the next reference, right? So you need to do just this thing. Type TR and enter it twice. Enter, enter. Then just select and it will trim up to the next reference. If there are no reference, then that object will not going to trim. So if I am clicking on this line, see, it is not going to trim. And here we have some options, that is fence. So it will create this type of dotted line, and this line will pass from that object. That object will be trimmed. See, hit enter. So here we have trimmed object. So you can create your fencing line. Crossing is auto active, you can select like this. So this is your crossing, right? Projection option is for the 3D purpose, so this is not necessary one. And edge is very necessary. See, I'm selecting this object, clicking on this object, it is not going to trim, right? But if we turn on the extension of this object, so go to the edge and click on the extend, and now see, we are able to trim this line. So it is trimmed by this reference, right? The extension of this line. Again click on this, see, it is trimmed by this extension. Again I am clicking on here, so we have two extensions, extension for this line and extension from this line. But once you have that type of object who is not actually passing from any other objects, so you are not able to trim that, because trim tool is used for the cutting purpose, not for the erase purpose. So this is our single object, so we need to delete it. Select it and delete it. right? Trim will not work on your last geometry, your last piece. You can do cut with the trim only. Here, enter and click like this, and you can trim your object. It is clear now about trim tool. So this is a very important tool. Again, I am repeating for you. For example, I want to trim this portion, right? So TR, enter it twice, enter, and now click on your lines that you want to trim. So this is the very simplest method, right? So you need to remember only that thing. You need to hit twice enter over there. For circle, can you repeat trim option? Yes, we can. TR, enter, and click on this. See, it is removed. But make sure you have a no extension over here, otherwise you will get some problems. This half trimming you will get, right? If you have extension over here, then it will get some reference from the other objects. So this type of trimming you will get, this type of broken trimming you will get, right? So turn off this no extension in the edge. Click on the no extension, then a physical object, physical cross will be considered as a reference. No extension will be taken. And similarly, we have another tool that is extend to reverse this thing. So if you want to extend this line up to the next line, right? Type EX for the extension, enter it twice, enter, and click on that line and it will be extended. Click on this line and it will be extended. If that target is visible on screen, then and then it will extend. See, this is providing us a preview, right? But if I am going to zoom in such a way that the target is not visible on my screen, right? So you will not get any preview over there. See here, actually there is line, but it is not visible on the display, so we will not get the extension. If that line is on the screen, then you will get the extension. Continuous trim, that is our fence option. Okay, TR, enter, and here we have fence. So you can create a fencing line like this. So your fencing line will pass whatever objects is passing from this fencing line. Hit enter and that object will be trimmed, right? So that is our fence option. Okay, so these are the our modification tool. I think now you will you won't get any kind of problem in your basic drawings, right? How to trim your object, how to extend your object. So you get the all the ideas regarding trimming and extension also. And we discuss mirror tool, right? So now let me discuss about fillet and chamfer. Someone have asked me that when we create a rectangle, right? So when we create rectangle, we have this fillet tool, and whatever value we are providing over here will be applied on all these four corners. But what if we want to create fillet on only single corner? So for that we have a individual trim command, right? So sorry, individual fillet tool. So first of all, let we discuss chamfer, then we will discuss about trim. Fillet. So for this chamfer, we have shortkey CHA for the chamfer. Enter, and we have two methods over here. One is distance and one is distance and angle. So choose this distance method, and here you need to provide two value. First chamfer distance, let's say 20 mm, enter, and second chamfer distance, let's say 10 mm, enter, right? And I'm choosing on this multiple option, so this command will stay continued. Click on multiple. Now I'm selecting, this is my first line, so it will be trim 20 mm. This second one, so it will trim 10 mm. First, second, right? First, second. We are not having any preview because we do not have a 20 mm distance on this line. See, in the chamfer, we enter first chamfer distance 20 mm, but we do not have sufficient length over here to trim this thing. That's why we cannot select this line as a first line, because in the first line we have 20 mm to trim. Multiple. Okay, then next option we have is angle. So click on the angle method. So here we need to provide a chamfer length, that is 10 mm, enter, and a angle of chamfer line. So let's say 30 degree. Now see, focus over here. This is my first line and this is my chamfer line. So your chamfer line will be at 30-degree angle from your first line. I'm selecting, this is my first line, this is my second line. So your chamfer line will be at 30-degree from your first line, right? So these are the two methods we have: distance and angle. How to move from one command to another command? You need to close your first command, then you can turn on your second command. To finish your first command, just press escape to cancel any command, then you can type your new command. CHA chamfer, we discuss about the distance and angle. Now let we discuss about the trimming, right? So see, this is first line, this is second line. So it is actually going to trim our actual line. But for example, I don't want to trim my line. So go to the chamfer and go to the trim option, and I'm going to select no trim over here. Then this is my first line and second line. So see, this corner is not going to trim. We have to trim it manually, right? So like chamfer, we have another tool, that is fillet, that is also a edge preparation tool. So for the fillet, it is very simple. F, enter, and we just need to enter radius. We have only single method over here. For example, 10 mm radius, enter. Choose multiple. Now it is not necessary to select in a sequence first line, second line, because both line will going to cut equally, right? So this is fillet. If you click on the trim and choose no trim, then your corner will not going to trim, right? It will be as it is. And if you want to trim your corner, then go to the trim again and turn on this trim. So your corner will be trimmed. So these are the options we have in chamfer and fillet, right? So these are our modification tools. I hope it is clear now. And let me finish our class let me end this class now up to this point. The rest tool we will discuss in our next class, right? So I hope you get the exact idea how to draw object. On the day one we learn about object creation tool. On this day we learn about object modification tool, right? So let's have a quick revision, a small revision. How to reduce the size of the line? You can trim it, or we have lengthen tool also, but we haven't discussed yet. What is command for fillet? Just type F for fillet. Okay, so let's have a quick revision. We discuss about object snap, right? F3 is the shortcut. Then we discuss about the move, copy, rotate, scale, and offset. So these are the regular modification tool. Also we discuss about the mirror and trim and extend, which are the very necessary part of your designing purpose. uh, there is no smart dimension over here, it is in SolidWorks, right? So please don't mix the other software with the AutoCAD. Smart dimension tool is available in SolidWorks. Okay, Tapesh? The lecture which is at afternoon, it is compulsory to attend. It becomes it because they teach the same as you teach. Okay, so these are the tools that we discussed today, right? So try to create your assignment number 2. If you find any kind of difficulty, right, then we will discuss it our next class. Yes, that assignment will be forwarded to you in the your WhatsApp group, right? Okay, see you tomorrow. Good night.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, good night.
Right, sir.